one of the next things we're going to talk about in the fact find is how much money they have invested and where they have it invested. And when you come across people that tell you that they have money in the stock market or in mutual funds, here's a simple presentation that you can use to help them understand about mutual funds and what's, the risks they're taking, and that there are alternatives. And let's think about this for a second. Let's say we have $100,000 invested in mutual funds. All right? If the stock market goes up by 10%, at the end of the 10%, by the end of the year, how much money do you have?
$110,000.
$110,000. All right. If the next year it goes down 10%, how much money do you have? 99,000.
Sounds right.
Because 10% of 110 is 11,000. So for 11,000 to 110 is 99,000. And if the next year you go up by 10% again, how much money do you have?
108.
About 108,000. And typically, is that how the stock market works?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, let me show you an alternative. I'm going to talk about the same $100,000. All right, but this time, if the stock market goes up by 10%, you're capped at getting 7%.
Okay.
All right? And if the stock market goes down, you don't lose anything, but you don't make anything.
Okay.
All right? So if the stock market goes up the same 10% as we did the first time, how much money do you have?
110.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry, 107.
107, because you only got 7%. So you got 107,000. If the stock market goes down by 10%, how much money do you have?
107.
107, because you didn't lose anything, right? And if the next year the market goes up by 10%, how much money do you have?
115. Am I right?
About 115,000. Now let me ask you, which would you rather have? 108,000 or 115,000?
115,000.
Okay. Now think about what I just did. Basically, this is an indexed life insurance and an indexed annuity, isn't it? All right. And I just did it, explained there was caps, explained that they didn't get anything if the stock market went down, but they didn't lose anything. So have I really explained the indexed life or indexed annuity concept without getting into a lot of detail? Do they understand the basics? And is that how it works?
Yep.
We could even go 1 year further on this. And by the way, how often does the stock market go down? 1 out of every 4 or 5 years? So even if we went 1 year further and said this went up by 10%, how much money do they have? Okay, it would be almost an $11,000 gain. So they're going to be talking about 119,000.
Okay.
Okay. And if it goes up 10% here, I only get 7%, right? So 7% of 115 is another 7. So 7, almost another 8,000. Okay. So which way are they better off? And that's the concept of indexing, or the equity index products, is that because even if they cap it or whatever, all right, because you're not losing money on the down years, you're still going to be better off long term. Now, let's go back to mutual funds for a second. All right. Whether I make money or not, what happens on mutual funds every year?
Taxes.
Yeah, I could have a tax problem. So that's one of the things that could reduce my rate of return, won't it? If I'm in life insurance or an index annuity, do I have to pay taxes? No. But there's one other thing that happens. Annual fees. So even if I make 10%, am I going to be charged a fee?
Sure.
So am I really making 10%?
No.
No. If it's a 2% fee or 1.5%, I'm only going to be make because it's 1% of the whole amount. And so I'm really not making that here, am I?
No.
All right, I may be making 8.5% or 8% here. All right. Now, if the stock market goes down and I'm in mutual funds, do I still have to pay a fee?
Yep.
Yep. So now I have to add that fee onto this, because not only are they going to, not only have I got a loss, but now they're going to take another 1.5% out of the 99,000. So really, or I'm sorry, the 110,000, or whatever, a portion of that. So I'm going to lose 11% instead of gaining or losing 10%. So they're even making my losses more. And the next year, so now I have less money here, so I'm not really going to have that. Plus they're going to charge me another fee here, aren't they? Mm-hmm. They're going to charge me a fee every single year. Now, one of the objections to life insurance is they're going to charge me for the cost of the insurance. Okay? Basically, is it the same? Yeah. I'm still going to pay fees regardless. Right? On either one of these. Now, the life insurance, I'm going to pay a little more fee, but if I was going to buy term insurance anyway, which way am I better off?
Right.
And that's the point. So this is a simple way of explaining the indexed products and how they work and why they're beneficial for most clients. If they need life insurance anyway, then this is a great deal. By the way, if they're in indexed annuity, is there any fees annually? No. So I'm getting the pure rate of return. Now it's average, there's all sorts of stuff that are involved in here, but have I kind of taken that into account? Mm-hmm. And by the way, what is the cap today? It's like 12%, isn't it? So if I made 10%, I'm really going to get the 10%. But I wanted to show it, all right, so that they can compare it easily. Now I can do the same thing and talk about 20%. I mean, I could do 100%, $100,000, and let's say it goes, I have a 20%. I'm in mutual funds now, and I get a 20% gain. How much money do I have?
120.
All right. And if the next year I have minus 20, how much money do I have? Well, that would be what, minus 24,000? So I got what, 96,000? And the next year, if I go up 20, that's what, 18, 19, 2. So that's 125. Right? Now, if I'm in the index, and I go up 20 for that year, and let's use the real numbers, I may get a 12% return, right? So how much money do I have?
112.
And if it goes down 20%, how much money do I have?
112.
112. And if it goes up by 20% the next year, and I net 12%, how much money do I have? Well, 10% would be 11%, right? I mean, 11,000. So about $12,000,
Sure.
or 13,000, so about 125. So am I in roughly the same place? Okay. Plus, I didn't have any fees, did I?
Yep.
So am I further ahead? Right? Now, the thing is, if the stock market goes up 20% a year, is that realistic?
No.
No. But even if it is, even if you look back in the 1990s, and it was going up 14, 15%, 19%, 20%, 25%, also what happened at the end? It went down 50%. All right, so if I had grown this to 200,000, right, in the mutual funds, and then it goes down to 50,000, how much money do I have?
100,000.
Okay,
Minus fees.
minus fees and everything else. So which way would I be better off?